Well, Revos. The wolf is here again, and I got something here that you might want to look at. Oh man, how bad they fallen. For you to get an 8% in the audience score. And this is by Hissenberg, I believe, or Hissinger, same person who did The Witcher. And they decide that they're going to make a series 1,000 years in the future. And my question is, what did you thought was going to happen? Right? I have several takes on this. The first take, this reeks of, once again, these directors and producers smelling their own farts and looking to where they think they can make whatever you want and eat it. And they will go out and get these IPs, they'll get these properties with the title and think they can do whatever they want to it, a la Halo, um, a la what's going on with the MCU, and you fans are just gonna gobble it up. Star Wars, and this is just another cog in that wheelhouse where they think they can put out whatever they want and people are going to eat it. Now, during the time, of course, Henry Cavill called out the writers for saying that they did not really care about the books. They scoffed at the books. They mocked the books because they got this property and want to do whatever the hell they want with it. And they shot back. I didn't make a video on it, but they did try to discredit him and shame his name and all this stuff. Now, in the words of Towley, this was your time, shine, because Cavill's out, and you now need to show that you can make a product without Cavill. Granted, they were already making this. There was literally a trailer for this at the last season of The Witcher. So it just happens. This is like happenstance. But there's more eyes on this now because you're Henry list. And it sucks. It's atrocious. It's horrible. It's full of agendas. It's full of all the stuff that I done said countless times and other stuff I've covered. Over half the guard is female in the castle. The females are always right. They can never be put in a bad predicament. As a character does something evil and it's being used up that she's being played up. Oh, screw it. The princess is doing evil stuff and it's being played up that she's being used, even though she's intentionally doing the evilness of getting her guard removed and getting her father killed just because she wants power, but they're making it seem like the two men are controlling her just by with words. But she's putting this in motion. She slept with her guard to get caught on purpose. They make him a laughing stock. This, this show is bad. Um, I was actually trying to watch some of it. I can't stomach it. I don't know how people are even watching it. I was kind of interested because of Michelle Yeoh, but this show is just it's diversified as hell. And here's the problem. The problem with the diversity movement is not that everybody's not white. Everybody, this and that and that. You're stupid with how you decide to hire people. There is no reason why in this show for everybody to have all these different accents. Um, one sounds Irish, one sounds Scottish. Like they put a boot up your bloody arse. Another one sounds British. Another one it sounds this. Another one sounds that. You got Asians with Asian like dialect on their words. What are you doing? Like, you're diversifying to the point where it makes no sense. Did you know? Did you know fact? If you take a black person or you take an Asian person and you put them in a certain region, they will speak the language and have the dialect of that region if they're born and raised there. I know, astonishing, right? The more you know. How are you born and raised in this region with an Asian dialect? And I believe, I don't think it's 1,000 years before The Witcher, which I'm about to get into really hard on that in a moment. But everybody has all these dialects, so it just doesn't make any sense. It 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 baffles my mind as to how you thought that was gonna work for everybody to um just be all over the place with how they speak because diversity. You got assassins being killed by a novice princess because she can't be in danger. She thanks the dude for trying to save her life. He says, "No, you saved your life. Don't thank me." Meanwhile, he fought off the majority of the assassins, while she killed a trained assassin in knife hand to hand combat. Anywho, you made this 1,000 years before The Witcher because you wanted to try to move away from The Witcher. You wanted to use The Witcher's IP and make this whole little thing about elves, the multicultural elves. You got a Jacob and Esau moment where you got a black elf being a very close relative to a white elf, and you got all this elf stuff. Hey, newsflash for you: people didn't really like the elves in season 3. They were annoyed by, once again, the story was being pulled from um Revolt. It was being pulled from the Witcher and was being placed elsewhere, and all this elf stuff that nobody cared about. The black elf and I forgot the chick name who betrays him, and then he still gets with her anyway. And the other elf, and how they 3 prophecies bring forth that ancient witch. They didn't care about that. They thought that was pulling too much from him again. So for you to make a whole show about elves, and it seems like a good 85% of the cast is women, multicultural women with accents that don't match, don't make any sense, and once again, men are laughing stocks and butts of the jokes. You literally have a scene in the first episode where everybody loves this woman. You don't know why. She's just loved. Cool. She goes to sing in a tavern. And out of nowhere, a guy grabs one of the barmaidens and try to take her by force in front of the whole bar. Just to what? Show that men are disgusting pigs? Like, how do you think you're going to take her by force in front of the whole bar? And the only person that had the nuts to stand up to him was the chick who was performing. And she's very fluid in combat. She's a jack of all trades. I ain't gonna say she's a Mary Sue, but it's this show. This show's doomed, and this is a prelude as to what you can expect when the next Witcher come around. They took the Witcher title and thought, "Oh, I can go 1,000 years in the past, and we can make whatever we want, and they'll eat it. People don't care. They want the Witcher." Tell me when the last time you saw a Godzilla movie with no Godzilla. Literally, the last 2 Godzilla movies. The first one that came out, well, yeah, the first one that came out wasn't the complaint. There was too little of Godzilla. So imagine you make a Godzilla prequel with no Godzilla, Batman with no Batman, Superman movie with no Superman. Nobody cares about these characters if The Witcher's not in it. And it's just gonna keep happening, and they're gonna keep bombing, and I'm here for it. Cause y'all, hey, y'all want to keep pumping out the money to make these dumb IPs to push whatever propaganda and to just burn money. Go right ahead. The show is trash, as my friend Yukiyoro would say. It's trash. But you play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. That's my take. Like, comment, subscribe, and again, this is Revos. I'm out.